I think this place is a good place to leave it, as you've rescued a bunch of children from a powerful, corrupting demon called Zemara. Zemara is known to corrupt and befoul the objects of play of children, to corrupt children themselves. This particular demon,
So,
and its head is now in a bag, and you're hoping that the small shrine that is in Defender's heart is enough to keep its corrupting influence at bay. He did say
Phi,
something that was quite disturbing. He said Zemara was a Galabrazu.
I know what that is.
I know what that
I've
is.
got bad memories of those.
Eldon does not know what that is. He's like, oh, whatever.
But here's the thing. I'm just going to point it out here. Once we power level a little bit, I'm going to put that bastard in the book, and we're going to tear him down to tiny little pieces of essence. We're going to...
Oh, you're gonna use the Nazirian tome to
Destroy
belittle and
greater
destroy
demons?
destroy your enemies. Oh, interesting.
destroy greater demons.
I like how the wizard's thoughts may not be the thoughts of the paladins.
We're going to... Well, so Phi would be, well, we take the demon, tear it apart, and figure out what we can use from it to fight the other demons.
Cool. All right, so I think this
Like
is
it's swords.
I think this is a Brimstone. I don't remember if I watched that one or not.
Sounds very familiar.
It's an older one, isn't it? TV show.
Oh, no, it's brand new. 2016.
Oh, then the answer
And
is
it's rated well.
No.
No, oh, sorry, that's the
Yeah,
movie.
yeah.
That's the movie. This is supposed to be a TV show.
No, but Demonwatch kind of make me think of that show. Yeah, there's a lot of okay. So I am kind of using the adventure path called Wrath of the Righteous, which is basically the where the words Demonwatch came from. Essentially, there were knights along this border that were constantly watching this big tear into the abyss. So, yeah, Lynx, you'll have to share it with the... I'll have to turn that off. I don't know if that's a setting or not. So yeah, there are some influences. Now I've watched all the years ago all the Buffys and the Angels, and actually watched a little bit of Supernatural. Where are the influences coming from? Tonight was a random encounter. I'm like, let's do the creepy children thing. There's it's sort of an easy well to go to make things to see if I can make Adam use his face. To kind of wig them out a little bit. If used rarely, it can be used to effect. So yeah, Children of the Corn, or what's the other one with the evil children in it? The demonic possession thing with the whole backwards. So there are a lot of influences, I suppose, that kind of give
The
nods
world
to.
itself is also interesting compared to most D&D worlds in that it's a little bit higher tech. There's gun tech a little bit, and there's a pretty high level of society mixed with some really dark themes. It's like Dark Ages meets Renaissance. Have fun.
Yep. So a very large city was sort of overrun, and it was basically the largest city that was on the edge of the border between the World Wound and the rest of the world of Voros. And then, so I've taken the concept of the module and I've adapted a little bit. We've only run maybe half the encounters that were in the module, because A, we're doing Mythic, so I have to amp up the power a little bit. B, I felt that more time should have been spent in the city that the module did. And that's what modules do. They give you a bit of a skeleton, an idea to work off of, and then you kind of flesh things out. And then go totally in a different direction if you want to. In the module, I found it was just way too easy to recapture the city. I'm like, no.
I'm pretty certain that what was it? There was a really cool session, I think it's 4 back, with the zombie swarms, the zombie hordes or whatever. Like
those things are pretty
well,
awesome.
every zombie movie
yeah.
I ever watched was probably influenced for that one. But it was fun to
that
to
one.
see
Well,
the-
yeah, no module goes. No. Here's how you zombie.
Yeah, no, right. Basically, I had to pull out a 3rd edition book to figure out the mob template, and then realized they kind of redid it in Pathfinder, or some third-party A supplement did. So it was kind of fun to build that module.
Also, he's got a list on his body that he has to. He's accounting for sins. It's like the movie that's really good but really bad, Constantine.
Oh, cool. This is
good bad.
the Brimstone one. I'm gonna have to look it up because we do have a tattoo artist in the game, and then they're battling demons, and they have made some assumptions, Kenny, that I'm gonna have fun playing with as time goes on. So
if I could use the book to pull apart a demon soul, so that I could put the demon soul on a person as a vessel, so that they become the prison for the demon soul.
And then
Hey.
Phi in particular has a little bit of a weird plot line going.
I saved myself.
Right.
But it wasn't me, myself, it was my future self, who is now my past self from the present.
So there's a bit of a time thing going on. I don't think any module would ever touch that sort of concept, and I can do it because we've got a small number of players, and B, there's a set of rules that I have to remind myself in my head when I do that sort of thing, and it's interesting to watch the players kind of uncover what those rules are, or make assumptions and stumble their way through it.
So one of the comments I made in the chat earlier in the night was that was the most effective confusion spell used against players ever.
I've ever seen.
Ever.
It took out everybody. Basically took out everybody. Crazy.
Usually, once you get to the level where confusion starts to have a decent DC, you have protections. Somebody's got protections. But everybody who could cast the protections got confused and then never got a chance.
I was looking forward to the zombie pit. If you're standing on the edge of the pit going, what the hell? And then got confused and nobody was around, like
you jump in
10,
the pit.
15 feet, you'd attack the nearest creature, which means you'd hop into the pit and go mud wrestle some zombies. And I thought that would have been horrendous and horrific if somebody did happened. Of course, having the paladin full swinging his sword in your face is also pretty horrible.
Oh, it's bad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Adam was getting pretty frustrated at that battle.
I'm killing myself. So you're saying that my guys are going to fight to the death? That's what they're doing now? I wonder who wins. Take your bets.
Spock versus Kirk kind of thing.
It's one of those things where I was thinking about taking Mythic Improved Critical. I don't know if I want to anymore.
Well, Mythic will save.
So
start with that.
Devils haven't quite factored into the campaign yet. If we go back to so demons have, and if you'll notice, the way I ran the devils in Legends is different from the way that I treat the demons.
So in
I literally
I
sit down
don't
and
know
say,
what's going to happen. I don't know what's written. I don't know what's planned. So I'm spitballing. This is like 3:08 in the morning on March 3rd.
Yeah.
If we meet devils in this campaign, they are going to end up being allies because the demons are way the fuck out of control. Take that, paladins.
Yeah.
Take that, other me.
Back to second ed, the concept of the blood war and the law versus chaos kind of aspect. So, and then of course they're starting to encounter devils in the Legends campaign.
Yeah.
So there's some interesting things there that, if you take a step back and you start to go, well, what's Marty doing with the campaign universe? Like the massive world that we're playing in. Yeah, knowing their alignment. That I try to play them differently so that they feel different. And my comment the other night, the way I made it different was like one example was the devils didn't show up until their summons worked. Because why would they?
Why would you try? Why would
if you had all the time in the world, you know,
it would be
I
go back home.
I go back home. We'll attack tomorrow. Whereas demons are kind of like, blah, do the thing, and they're a little bit more. Well, chaotic.
So in a summary of sort of like the celestial beings, demons, you want to attack them, and they make you want to attack them. Angels, you're not really supposed to attack them, and if you're ever attacking them, you really should question what you're doing. Devils, oftentimes you don't really know if you're supposed to attack them. Am I supposed to hit that guy? I don't know. I kind of want to hit the guy. But he makes a good point. Oh man, is it good? What? Oh.
This is the guy who really likes to play chaotic characters, which is interesting.
It's weird, considering my first character I played with you was a paladin, and then I sort of gone on a chaotic bent. Maybe that paladin had a life that was too rough.
Cool. So glad for all the people that joined tonight, the new and the old, I guess, or the regulars. It's good to see you all.
Oh yeah.
Let's just sort of go through here. We've got Shady Hermit. Thanks for joining. Who else was on earlier? Those Crazy Blues. Yes. Great seeing you. Trenchcoat was on here. Kenny, great to see you as always. Indian Foxtrot, welcome.
There's a ton of guys that we ran into. It was
Better
great.
Crip, hello again. And welcome. Will, it was good meeting you as well.
Welcome.
Yep. We basically play D&D as often as we can, and we will play again next week, unless there's a...
My Sunday's open, just saying.
Your Sunday's open?
I don't know.
But my next week is not great.
Okay.
After. Yeah.
So Sunday. That still gives me enough time to prep for a job interview, so that's good. So yeah, we'll play on Sunday. Of course, Saturday will be our Legends campaign, which means I'm prepped for the tower that they didn't quite get to because I threw a random encounter at them. I don't have to do any prep for Demonwatch because I think you're going back to the tower. Legends,
Yeah.
you're going to have to give me a little bit more of what you guys are doing. Like, after dealing with the immediate things at the castle, it would be really helpful to know which direction you guys are going.
Let me wants to go.
I can, go fly by the seat of my pants, but it's helpful once in a while.
So Lemmy wants to go talk to the druids to the east.
Gotcha.
Figure out a way to get to Yig, and they're probably not going to believe him for a little bit till he casts.
Probably going to have to do this through email because there's going to be a lot.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So
Uker wants to pick up a heavy thing,
and then
he might want to make love to a rock. That's kind of the...
If I have time tomorrow, I will play some more RimWorld. My cannibals, I think the apocalypse on the cannibals will be the end of that season of my playthrough of RimWorld. I think after them eating 120 people or whatever, I think it's time for me to amp up to like maximum difficulty, totally random events, and just watch hellfire rain down upon the cannibals in RimWorld. So I think that's what I'll do tomorrow.
So you are upset with your creation? They have grown too strong in their hubris?
Yep. Or it's just time to do a new season of RimWorld with more mods, because mods.
PC Master Race. Okay.
All right, guys. This has been a fun stream. Thanks for hanging out with us. I hope you guys enjoy this.
Yeah.
Work is gonna hurt in the morning.
Yes.
Real bad. My
Shout out
butt's
to the
already.
players who decided to play up late, stay up late with me tonight. So peace. Have a good night. Thanks. For
See you guys after tomorrow.